Hello, I am Mantastic and Fantastic, and tonight I'm gonna be push-buttoning my way to glorious victory in Mythic Plus Devil's Domain. Now, I mostly just do this whenever I have too much stamina, or pressed for time, or sleepy because I can't concentrate, whatever it may be. Mostly because a push-button team requires zero thinking once you actually establish the right team and the strategy to go through the dungeon. Now, for myself and Mantastic, I actually don't own the Liu Bei, so I have to use Australis, who's the closest substitute. They provide basically a 4 times lead for everyone else, and then 6 times for themselves, because of machine typing is not something that most cards have. So I'm basically a 4 times 8, so 32 times team. So it's not crazy high, so I need to bring burst characters for certain dungeons. However, it's enough for Devil's Domain, and I've figured out that I have just enough plus eggs on Mantastic and Fantastic to clear their respective floors that they actually button through. So I bring Awoken Ceres for bind clearing, and because she has at least a tiny bit of offensive awakenings to at least help out, and regardless of what floor 2 spawns, I have an answer to all of it, and I have the right amount of actives and some to spare depending on what the spawn is. So without further ado, here we go. I might just play a few times through just so you can see different spawns and how I react to them. So I have 3 max skilled Zeus Dioses on both accounts because I thought it was worth the effort. And it is, because it pays off here. So floor 1, Dios swipe. If you have double Liu Bei, this becomes much easier because you have 64 instead of 32 times damage. So on Cerebrus, absolutely nothing changes. It's just an easy floor, you just Dios swipe. Boom. Less combos means less time technically, so if you're trying to go for pure speed, it's a nice way to do it. And Devil's Domain, I know it's not the most efficient place to farm plus eggs or monster points, however it's the most time efficient if you want to just go quick. And it's just easy, there's no mechanics involved when you play this type of button team. So again, just Dios floor 3. Surprise, surprise, guess what I'm going to do on floor 4? Hint, it starts with a D. Oh yeah, you guessed it. Zeus Dios. Boom. Such combos, much skill. Very puzzling. So, Satan is dead. Good job, me. And now it goes to Mantastic. And this is where I actually had to figure out if I had enough plus eggs to kill this floor because my damage is lower. So I had to actually give 2 Dioses 297 to have just enough damage to kill him if I get one combo, which I just did there. Before I leave him with maybe like that much health, and then it just slow down the whole run, I get frustrated and get sad. And putting my another 297 on Dios is not a terrible thing because I do use it, and maybe I'll get a Liu Bei one day. And I have so many pluses at this point because I don't have good luck rolling things. So I Dios and Awoken Freja, so I have double damage, so 32. Now I'm like a regular Liu Bei team. Swipe, kills the floor. I don't need combos, but if I do, it's awesome. But it's actually enough of just one combo that kills the floor. So I'll just go through it again. Maybe I'll see a different floor 2 spawn, hopefully. And I love the reconnect feature. So, oops, I didn't show the score screen, but I get 6 plus eggs and 90 to 105,000 rank experience. Depends on what floor 2 spawn is, because that's the only variance you can have in this dungeon. I like the Fat King the most, because I get a Fat King, and it gives actually a bit more rank experience. So, nothing's changed. It's a Dios floor 1. Fat King, awesome. I get a Fat King because it's just lots of monster experience. So I Dios, swipe. I used the wrong Dios. When you're using a button team, you should, in theory, go left to right, or right to left. Something logical so you don't have to think. I guess when I play 2 accounts, it's a little bit harder maybe because I have to remember whose turn it is. But I can't just like take an easy half the time. So the Fat King is no mechanic again, it's just swipe, kill, swipe, kill, swipe, kill, swipe, kill. Freya, swipe, kill. I think I said enough swipes. And I feel like a lot of players possibly are doing this when they're low on time as well, because it's fast, it's easy, it doesn't require much thinking or effort, to be honest. And ironically, the Vampire and the Kraken are the quote-unquote trickier spawns, and The reason being is because the vampire will 99% health cut you, and there are preemptives in the dungeon, so you actually have to heal up. Double Liu Bei, just use Liu Bei, you're fine. For myself, I had to use the Liu Bei and a Awoken series, and that will be enough to actually heal me up all the way. Or, not all the way, but enough to survive all the preemptives. So, I got one combo, just minus 25%, but it's enough to kill evil 1, like I said. If I get the Kraken, I have Fantastic pass the turn, Mantastic use series to clear the binds, because Liu Bei only clears 2, Kraken is 3 turns, so it can be inconvenient. I didn't show the score screen again, good job me. Can I rank up soon? Possibly. I'm getting tired, but I'm probably going to rank up on Fantastic, and then I'll have to worry about what to do. So, swipe, kill. Hopefully I get a Vampire or Kraken, so I can show you something a bit more interesting. Hopefully. Hopefully. I still like the Fat King the best. Okay, it's kind of the most boring guy. So, I don't have enough stamina to run through it again on Fantastic, but I have to wait. So the video, I don't want to make another video, because I've showed at least 3 runs, so it's hopefully helpful. But if you encounter Vampire, you basically just use your Liu Beis to heal up, or in my case, I use Awoken series. If I encounter the Kraken with his 3-turn mines, Liu Bei only clears 2, so if you have double Liu Bei, it's perfect. You don't have to do anything else, just Liu Bei, DLS win. But if you are me, you have Fantastic will actually use the pass turn. I'll use series to clear the bind, and then just move an orb. I won't match anything, because it saves time that way. Then it goes back to Fantastic, because Fantastic has to clear floor 2. Otherwise, it kind of messes up my whole system. Double Liu Bei teams probably have it easier, because you don't have to worry about having Woken Freya on the team, so you basically use what you have, but that's how I get around the binds. You might, if you have double Liu Bei, like I said, just easier. Just 2 Liu Beis and you're done. So, boom, swipe. 1 combo, see? Just enough to kill me. It's actually just enough. It's kind of funny. Like, it just barely kills it. Sometimes I would get 1 combo and I was like, oh my god, it's not dead. Oh my goodness, I had to pass turns and do weird, silly stuff. So I use Dios, Freya, swipe to win. Oh! Okay, I guess sometimes it depends on my enhanced orbs. Sometimes 1 combo is enough, but I guess it depends on how many enhanced orbs. So I actually will just use Liu Bei. This kind of ruins my whole wonderful system. Yeah, it's enough. It's obviously enough. It's dead. So yeah, I'd like a Liu Bei just to avoid that. I've never actually had that. I've done this so many times. I guess I had very little enhanced orbs on the board. Usually I have maybe more. Oh well. Regardless, it didn't really cost me much time or heartache. I did rank up on Fantastic. X. And Mantastic is not going to rank up. Now Fantastic's full. Oh well, so that is Devil Rush with a glorious push-button team. Hopefully it provides some inspiration, or just makes you feel sad if you don't have it. But to be honest, if you have Australis, Perseus, Green Odin, those are all viable pairings with Awoken Liu Bei. So if you have one of those 3, and you have a Liu Bei friend that is willing to co-op with you, it's possible to get your way through hard dungeons like this. Like I can do Lynthia, I can do Devil Rush, probably do a few more if I put the effort in theory crafting the team, but this works, it's nice. So hopefully this is informative, hope you had a fantastic weekend. Thank you for watching, and happy puzzling!